Hello guys, this is DecclanAGS here, and today I'll be showing you a method in which you can use to merchant and make a reasonable amount of money. This is fully legit, so don't worry. As you can see, I'm on a 13 mil cash stack. That isn't obviously a lot of money, and I don't really merchant very often. I don't really mind about money too much, but um, this method has always worked for me. I've always knew how to do it. It's become a lot worse than it was because a lot more people have been known to it. But the method is called flipping. Many of you may know it, but I will show probably about one or two different items in this. Well, I'm not going to class it as a series because it will probably be a one or two um, thing, like one or two video sort of thing. The first item I'm going to do is a sourdough in brew. Basically, the way it works is you put that there, you get a notepad. One second, let me just get one up. Notepad here, and I'll buy one, and then I'll put plus 5%. It's bought, and it's bought for 10,749. Yep. So I put 10,749, and then I'll sell it back for minus 5%, and if it doesn't sell, keep going down 5% until it does, and it's eventually sold. Alright, so 10,500. So basically, as you've probably got the gist by now, you're going to be buying your sourdough in brews for 10,500. So sourdough in brew, and I'll buy 10 for this episode, and I'll buy it at 10,501. Well, there. So that means because they are selling at 10,500, if I buy it for one more, there's probably a lot higher chance of me getting it just for that one GP, and I'll be doing the same with selling it. So basically, you'll wait for them, and say you buy 1k of them, as you can see, as you're selling them for what you're buying them for 10,500, and you're going to be making a 249 GP profit. So if you buy 1k of them, that's 249k with barely any fucking effort at all. So as you can see, one's bought already. I'll do it with one just to show you that it does sell. I'll do it at 10,748, as you can see on here, and it sold pretty much instantly. And that means that I've made, and it's sold for 10,905. So that means I made nearly 400 GP profit, which is even better. And if you do 1k of them, it works the same, you know what I'm saying? It will take a lot longer to buy than it is to sell, so don't worry about that, and it will happen, so go do something while you're waiting. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do it with the 1, and if the 10 buy, I'll show you again. You can do it with astral runes, or the way that I will do it is I think of an item that I used to PvP with. So what do I buy a lot of? Rocktails. Rocktails are a good one. Shit, I didn't get that one. Alright, if you do mess up and you don't find the price, just go to your history, and it's there, 175, so I put 175 in my notepad. Like that. And then do exactly the same. Exchange, bang, sell it. But yeah, I think of things, it's 171, so I know that I'm going to be making because it's such a small gap, I wouldn't do the plus 1 and then minus 1, because you're going to be making 1 GP profit or something like that. But with astral runes, you can buy up to, I think, 25,000 of them. So let's say I buy 1,000 of them for 171. Like I said again, it's going to take some time. But in doing so, say you buy 25k of them, 25k times 4, that's 100k more profit, and you can do this all at the same time. And then because you've used a potion, and you can't buy more than one set of potions, I think they've all got a cap on them, you know, potions, food, armor, weapons and stuff like that. So if you bought one of them at each time, so I could have astral runes there, you've got your brews there, which is potions, runes, and then you can have your food there, and then you can have your weapon there, etc, etc. But the way that I do it is I go into my bank and I think, so what do I buy then for PvP? And I'm thinking, well, I know that these potions are good, and brews have been the best ones for me so far. And then I think Ring of Recoils, you can try, and Ring of Recoils you can do Sharks, Rocktails, water runes. I haven't tried it with flasks yet. That's probably a really good one as well. And then you've got your team capes. Don't, for a low money, don't do it unless it's runes and you can buy a massive quantity of them. It's a total waste of your own time. And then I go for random items, that seeds and stuff like that. See the difference on them. Random bits of food, things that are going to sell and things are going to buy. So I've got two of these now. I put these up for 10,749, and if these sell, then it's just going to be even better for the episode. They might not sell instantly because there's probably other people on the market trying to buy them for 1 GP less than that, because it's all a little cycle that everyone does. Look, these are bought now, 52 of them. Obviously you can wait until they've all bought, and then that one's bought there. So then I go back onto here, and that's 175 that I know they're selling for. I'm buying for, and they've sold instantly. They sold, both of them sold. That's still buying. Oops, it's lagged. I collect that money, and then that's all done there. And then let's say you're just going to do a Slayer task. This is just an example. You go to do a Slayer task, you think, well, I want to make a bit of money. You've got a bit of cash pile, you don't need to waste it on anything. You can just do this method, get a notepad up, bang, straight away, and buy it for that. These will always go back to that price. These will practically always go back to that price. So don't worry about losing too much money. Just stick at it. If you see that this has bought all of them and they're not selling there for literally an hour, just keep it up, and eventually they will sell. So don't worry about that. With stuff like Sardom and Brews, they'll only ever go up. They will never drop down too much. I'm gonna try it with a flask here. Sardom and Brew flask. See if it's worth anything, see if it's worth doing. So what I do is get it there. Alright, I bought it for 22,300, and then see what I can sell it for. If there's a wide gap in the two, then that's when you know you've hit a jackpot. But do not ever give the items that you are using away to other people. That's the way that you're going to be losing money and losing traffic on everything you're using. Right, so I do it for a Sardom in Brew. I know that a lot of people buy these because of the 6 doses that they've got. I forgot the Sardom in Brew. Alright, so I buy 2 of them, and it is for 22,073. And then I'll leave that. Let's say I bought 1k of them, I'd leave that, and then over the time I'll just get a calculator up just to prove that it is profit. I'm buying them for 22,073, so you times that by 1,000 of them, that's how much it costs for 1,000, yeah? And then, this is, so I'll write it down here, 073,000, and then, this is how much you're going to be making. So you're making nearly 100 or 200k profit, or of all you're doing is going AFK. You don't have to sit here and wait for it. That's probably the worst scenario that you can do. Don't do it as a thing that you're doing all day. Just try and balance everything out. That's the way that will make it fun for you. And there they have. They're bought now. As you can see, I bought them for 44k 126, and now I'll be selling them for 22,300. And if these sell, then that's just another proof, or more proof. There we go, that's that. And this can be done with any item. I'll pick a random item out of my bank that I know that sells. I'll stop on a tab and then just, alright, Rune Longsword. Let's try with a Rune Longsword. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it will eventually work. I'm only going to keep this to about 10 minutes at the max. Alright, so I bought this for, I'm just going to get rid of them, 18,889, and then see how much I can sell it for. Even if it's a 1 GP profit, I'm still going to do it just to prove to you that you can make money off anything. Alright, so it's got a bit of money on it. The thing with buying weapons and armor, the cap on it is really small. So unless you're making 2 or 3k profit off each one, it's not worth it. That's why I go for things that you can buy a big quantity of. Alright, so that is 18,550. And I'll just buy one of them. I'll be back when it has bought, just to prove to you. Right, it's bought. That literally took 2 minutes, but I didn't want to drag it on just in case it wasn't going to buy instantly. Right, so this is 18. That's the standard set price for it. And this is just a random item out of my bank, and I'll be back when it's sold as well. And literally 2 seconds later, it's sold. So that's just proof. And if you really do need the money back, then because this is selling for 22,300, as you can see here. Well, actually, it was 22,300. What I'll do is 22,299. So that means that I'm going to be selling it 1 GP less than everyone else on the market if I am. I'm not going to be merchanting these as I've got to go after this video, but just to see if this will sell quicker. And I'll be back when it's sold. Back. As you can see, the flash didn't actually. Oh wait, oh, that was perfect. The flash sold for 1 GP less, and it took quite a bit of time. I wouldn't recommend doing the flasks. But as you can see, overall, I started with 13 mil cash, and I'm now on 13 mil 286. And yeah, that you can tell that I've made a bit of profit. I don't think I made 200k. I think because it basically goes to your cash pile. Look, as you can see there, it went to my cash pile, and I think I had 100 or 200k in the cash pile. So I've made about 80. Well, I would have made about 130k. But that's probably going to be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it and this has worked for you, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks guys, and peace.